Hi guys. Hey. I didn't. I've just thinking now because I checked and I thought I'll check see if Trish is live. Any road she weren't. So I said I thought well I'll set it up for about an hour. I've gone and done my jobs and been on my back and everything, and then come in and so Trish is actually live as well now. I didn't know. So sorry Trisha, I didn't know love. Although because well you know me, I wouldn't have gone live not knowing that. And you normally posted in Discord, and I've had a look, and I've just been told now, just before I've come live myself, that it's just like, oh, I do. Like I say, I've checked. I normally check. You can see I'm still sounding ill. 3 weeks. 3 weeks, guys. 3 weeks. Been ill. Awful. It's been awful. And I've not been able to come on because when I started feeling a bit better, I was just. And lights flash then. I couldn't stop coughing, so I couldn't talk because all I did was cough. Hey, Twinner. Hello, I've missed you all. Happy. Hello, Happy. Yo, Mo. Hey, Rach. Hello, Connor. So I can't see there being a lot of you because it's like a spur at well, not a spur at the moment. No, what trouble is, I'll tell you, because I've been ill. I've been started doing this this Keela, it's your fault. Keela, I'm blaming you. It's you. It's Keela's fault. So, because I couldn't get off the couch, I've been doing this damn dirt thing. I'm sure most of you know about it. Damn and dirt. And I'm a little bit obsessed. I run out last night. I did my last one last night. So, oh my God. I had I was panicking and everything. I thought, what am I going to do later? So, straight on Amazon. I'm getting a delivery later with some pot fix for me for a quick fix. Because I've been getting them off Temu. Because they're only £1 off Temu. You get them off Amazon. They're anywhere between £6 and £12 off Amazon. For the same thing. Yeah. This what I'm going to show is what I think did you send it? I think it was in Trisha's one night, wasn't we? I think P sent it, Trisha. You're not sorry, Keelia, you're not, bitch, bitch. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the acute and the Connor. I love them. I do. I love them. So that little, I've just done a little elephant it's in a tub of water with bubbles everywhere. I should have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get there's a stand, with your LED light. I'm going to put it here and put one, do an Alan. Put me out here. He lost his court case into well, we knew, but I'm not going into that. I'm keeping away from drama. I can't be arsed. It's back as well, innit? Hey Jess. Hi Anna. Not seen Jess for ages. I've not seen nobody for ages. Are you okay, Hannah? Yes, see, I'm still not been so good, love. I'm just getting my voice back and try to get back to normal. I'm glad I bought all the bathroom stuff and everything before I needed it. Otherwise, I'd have been because it's ready for going in now. I need to do an update on that as well. All that's ready for going in. It's ready for be boarded inside, and I'm glad I did it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do it now. Do it past couple of weeks why, but I'm glad I did it early. Should I say? It's playing with. Is it playing with Lego on Twitch? Yeah, it is, isn't it? P likes the Play-Doh mop. Oh, the mop top hair shop. Oh, when you squeeze them and the things go, stuff come out their head. I've not even. Excuse me, because it's. I'm fucked. Basically, I'm fucked. Basically, I'm just fucked. Oh, what I want to do, I won't give my free memberships away as well because I don't want lose them. So let's just get that up. What lose? And we'll start off with this first. We've got we've got Lee Beckwith again. Oh, Mr. C's got one. Love that. Pig. Susan, we've not seen Susan for a bit. Susan Gilbert, and we've got this lovely Susan Uses. Yeah. Mr. C's going to be made over the moon. He's going to be coming out his suit. I can't believe Pig's got one. Holy Jesus, I nearly choked then, Lee. Lee's in the house. Hi, Lee. Should we do Pig? Oh, Pig's here as well. Is Pig in the house? I don't know. Right, should we just do the other? I'll do them all now. I'll do them all now, and then we can watch this. Let's see. Let's get some night. Drum roll, please. Oh, we've got the lovely Just Jen. Hi, Jen. Not seen Jen for a bit. Florida. Why is he not? We've got Tracer, we've got Little Miss Sunshine, and we've got the lovely Vicky. Where's... Oh, where? I'll just put him as... because I don't know. Well, for one, I don't know where he is, but he's normally Peter Folding, and but I can see myself on that thinking with me. Why do I do this with my arms? I've just clocked myself on. So anyway, this we're doing. That is just that though. That's fucking freaky, isn't it? Pigging it, see. This is what I've been like. Not been able. It's him. I'm blaming him. Coming in, giving me. And I've not stopped. Well, I did. I'd stopped. I didn't smoke proper for a week. I couldn't. And that pissed me off. You like them teeth, Connor? Yeah. You have a light. That could be anything. That could be actually. It could go anywhere. Is Floydie in? It was football yesterday, wasn't it? Was it? Did his team win? So we'll have a little leak. I'll blow it up a bit. I'll make that bit. Get that over there. Let's
When you were a kid, what was your favorite toy? What you say will likely be affected by who you are and how you grew up and what you watched and enjoyed and so on.
Oh my God, that was... I'm gonna fucking creeped out already. What was that rocking baby? I don't like things like that. They scare me. I'm not into ghosty shit. But that baby laughing in that rocking chair, you can imagine it, can't you? Sat at Nat Murphy, sat even and he'd just be rocking and laughing. Rocking and laughing.
But in truth, there is no wrong answer to what your favorite toy is. And if you bought it at a store of any kind, it meant that it was there for you to buy intentionally. But as with all things, there are times and situations where
that looks a bit...
a good idea doesn't actually come off that way, and there are plenty of toys in history that were a bit too much for the public. Here now are 20 disturbing kid toys that got banned.
Fancy a
Number 20. Pregnant Barbie. If you wanted to talk about a definitive girl toy throughout history, that would be Barbie. Barbie in many
But I don't. Yeah, this I can't. This I don't get because it's a. This is like a learning thing, isn't it? Baby's having a baby, which I don't think's ban. That's hardly bannable unless there's unless there's something that I don't know.
ways is the peak of what toys can be. It's a simple toy of a woman that can be dressed up and accessorized, have all kinds of add-ons and cars and houses and
I used to have. We're cheap. We were cheap. Not cheap, but I used to have Cindy me. Ken's still sending a child support. Cindy was the cheaper version, but I actually liked Cindy better because she was more chubby, wasn't she? And I could relate to that more than the stick thin Barbie. Plus, she had the red Range Rover and the horse what I had. Who was I telling to the week? Happy, I think I was telling you, wasn't I?
playmates, and even a boyfriend who actually sticks around. And you can keep making them ad nauseum so that you can make lots and lots and lots of cash. That's exactly what Barbie has done over the years, and she's even gotten a live-action movie starring Margot Robbie. But that doesn't mean that all Barbie's designs...
I won't know what this is the thumbnail for this thing. This fella that's done this. That's his thumbnail. I want to know what the hell this is. You had a Cindy and a what's the Tressa?
have been winners. Oh, far from it. In 2018...
Hey, I'm not sure. I've got new Luke. I've got new thingies. I've got a new t-shirt, Luke. It says, taking the pish. And it says it on back too. I actually thought that big bit was up front, but it's not. It's on. So I've got. And I ordered one, what I thought was one of them, you know, that just actually touches the top of your jeans. And obviously, it doesn't. It just covers me. A yellow one, it just actually covers my boobs. So that's no cover me. It actually just covers one nipple. I don't know what I'm doing here. Going out my mind. Oh, everything's shaking then.
A new model of Barbie would go out on the shelves, known as Pregnant Barbie. On the surface, that seems like a great idea. I mean, it could be used to teach and show that Barbie is willing to be a mother and such, but when the version actually hit the stores and parents saw how she was pregnant, well, the pictures speak volumes for themselves. They literally just opened her up, put a baby in there, and then you're supposed to undress her to get the baby out and remove the baby bump. And so you can see why parents were not exactly thrilled about it all. First off, it's creepy as all get out. And second, the fact...
Yeah, but that's what happens. If you have a section, you cut... Obviously, it's not like where you cut the whole thing down. Not taking your head off or something, is it? But it's learning kids, isn't it? When were this out?
The fact that the children have to undress Barbie to get the baby out does not really send the best message, and there had to be better ways to show off a pregnancy than this. Talk about sending the wrong idea about how babies are born. So yes, it may not be Mattel's best work, and some could even argue that some children...
They could actually make a plastic doll where the actual baby comes out of a JJ, though, couldn't they? How would they do that? I think that'd be more traumatising for a child, wouldn't it? I know it'd traumatise me if I was a kid and think, is that where the babies are actually coming from? Out there. That's what put me off having kids, anyway.
Children might ask about where babies come from a little bit too soon thanks to the doll, and who really wants to have that awkward conversation with a young child? Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Number 19. The Creeping Baby Doll. Now we're going to a toy that was made long before Barbie, and yet somehow shows that people did not learn certain lessons back then. In the 19th century, there were many beliefs about the world and the people that were both weird, offensive, and not so intelligent. Case in point, many people believe that crawling was actually an unnatural thing. No, really, crawling was considered to be unnatural and unfit for a sane human being and was thought to be a morally suspicious act.
See, it's done that as well. People crawling like that. That thing gets me. What's the name? Comes out telly. The ring. Is it The Ring? It's just freaky, innit?
Attributed to insanity and animal life. It would later be in the mid-19th century that crawling became accepted and normalized as a natural stage of development. I'm glad that it worked out, that eventually, even if it
Oh, yeah. Imagine that. Imagine that crawling across the floor to you. Oh, God. Other retailers and drugs are available. They must have been on drugs, mate, these. Look at it.
did lead to the invention of this thing. The doll that you're looking at was made in the year 1871 and was meant to help children to learn how to crawl to help along with their development. A positive thing? Well, absolutely. But does the doll look creepy as heck? You better believe it. The head, legs, and hands were all made out of plaster, but the rest of the body was mechanical, and that helped to ensure that the movement of the crawl was accurate to what a baby might do. While that's rather forward-thinking, it also raises the
Yeah, it should say the mechanical creepy baby, not creepy. Creepy. Oh, God. I think I should have watched this before because I'm so soft, Anna. They shit me up, things like this.
problem of how it's really freaking ugly to look at. As such, the doll was basically banned because no child wanted to be near it. And you know that when even children are scared of a toy like this, that's a big problem. One of the ironies here is that eventually there were more visually pleasing toys that did have the ability to crawl, and children naturally took to those. Now, I'm not saying
Even the new ones though. Something about a doll moving is a bit creepy on its own. I think it's obviously because of films they make about them and that, aren't they?
that this creeping baby doll was a bad idea, but it definitely did not have the right visuals or execution. Number 18. Boobas.
What the fuck's this?
Look, I know that children's television is going to be weird sometimes, especially when it's for younger kids who can't fully understand exactly what they're seeing. That's why you have shows that feature weirdly shaped creatures as the main characters, or even shows that are based
Proper dickheads these are. What is look at that yellow, look at that yellow one. Oh, God. I'm sure they do things like this on purpose because adult entertainment as well, don't they?
solely on song and dance in order to get
It's like a ball sack bouncing in it. Oh, God.
get kids excited. But there has to be a line, and one of those lines is the Boobas. The show would first be aired on the BBC and was made by the people who did the Teletubbies, another show that had some really weird creature designs. Anyways, the show tried to capture some of that magic, but when you look at how the Boobas appeared, you can see why they weren't exactly a big hit. It's hard to describe what they look like for starters, and then when you see
It's not hard to describe what they look like. They look like a ball bag with a penis coming out the top. That's not really hard to describe, is it?
their toys, you just wonder why anyone would give them to a child. Now, some may say that this is the point because it's so different, that it's unique, or that because it got a really furry body that young kids would like it, despite the fact that they have no idea what it was. While that may be true, let's have a heart for the children. They should be able to love and cherish all of their toys, no matter what, and not look at them and wonder why the heck that they have it in the first place. When you look at the
It even grows though, don't it? Oh,
Boobas, you're going to eventually think, why do I have this in my possession? Also, how many of you have actually heard of the Boobas
it was making some noise when he squaws it.
before coming to this video? That just goes to show that the show wasn't the best, and neither were the toys. And it just makes you wonder how much farther the children's show world will fall if someone thought that this was a good idea in the first place. Number 17. My Cleaning Trolley. What does it say?
Oh no, I like what is this in? I like Emre. Yeah, you think the Keely? You think the key? What does it do? I don't think it. Oh, it obviously screams when you squeeze. When you squeeze the ball sack, it screams. I don't know. There is some sort of spin-off from it. I can't even talk from it. From a Teletubby. I'm not having. Emery Hoover's been banned. You can get one on eBay for 20 quid, can't you?
To make a truly bad children's toy? Is it simply that it looks
I need one of them boobas now. Booba.
ugly and no one wants to buy it as a result? Is it that the function doesn't really feel fulfilling, which is what toys are supposed to be about? Or is it that someone had a great idea, it got approved somehow, and the toy was what was released, and it was so offensive that heads should have rolled? For that last one, allow me to introduce you to the My Cleaning Trolley. It's a pink trolley that is only for girls, that is meant to make them cleaning ladies. You know, the women who come to your home and other areas and clean everything up after the owners? Well, yeah.
Oh, so that right. So hey, Chumba. So now they're going off because it's pink. Well, why can't boys have? That's the thing. Boys can have pink.
It's that kind of role. This
And they did have an Emery one, the red one, anyway.
toy was meant to get girls ready for such a job. Oh, I wonder what could be so offensive about that. Well, first off, there are plenty of men who do have similar roles in the world, and so labeling this as being just for girls.
My husband has his own. I have one of them. The Valida. It's a shallow bucket like that, and it's like a round mop. You push it and it spins. I have one of them, but my hubby hates it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. He just hates it. He has a traditional twist, metal mop bucket twist for his own room down there, and he does his own mopping.
Is offensive because that states that only women and girls are good at cleaning, or that it's their role in life to be the cleaners of a house.
I do actually think that women are better at cleaning, and it's not being sexist, is it? I just think he can do pots in kitchen, and he just stacks them all wrong. He'll stack a ball right way up instead of turning it over for letting the water drain out. So then when I go in, the water's settled on the bottom, and it has. So I just say, just keep away from, just keep out the kitchen.
Household. And we have long since evolved past that point, thank you very much. Secondly, why would a kid even want this kind of toy? What child goes around
Lisa bought her grandkids then because Thomas. He used to go around with her Lisa's Hoover, so she bought him his own when he was 1, because that's what he wanted. He wanted his own Hoover. So I don't think it matters now what colours they have around like that, does it?
saying, I need a trolley so I can clean my house? Now sure, maybe someone out there wants it to be like mom and dad and try to clean up a place, but that's a fad that's going to quickly change. Unless you think that we're the only ones who think that this toy was outrageous, you would be wrong. Many people actually express their outrage and displeasure with the messages that this was sending, and it's much harder to get this toy anywhere now. Number 16. Yumi doll that cried.
Smart me bitch up, he's injecting it. Oh God. Now I can see why this got banned.
Before you go blowing a gasket, we know that there are various dolls out there that simulate things like crying or whining.
Did they, Connor? Yeah. See, but boys like Evers as well. I can't. I don't get the Henry one. Why it's banned.
And all of that sort of thing. It's a very interesting thing for them to do, and it's something that children can relate to. Plus, if a baby doll is crying, the child will, hopefully, want to take care of it immediately so that it stops, not unlike a mother with a child. However, in Japan, they made a Yumi doll that actually cries when you inject it. That's right, I said inject it. It's definitely one of the more weird things that you're going to see on this list, and I'm not lying about that injection part. You actually have to inject the doll, and then it will cry. Why do they feel the need to be that complicated with the entire process? Well, nobody really knows.
That's scary. That's scary. Never chance, never going to go for an injection, is it? Ollie, here, kids, this is how you take drugs when you get old. I don't know how I'm doing all that. Oh, God.
But it's definitely a choice that they made, and it's not hard to see why so many were fine with not buying the doll. We'll begin with the obvious point. Who would want to inject a doll with anything? It doesn't matter what it is. Who would want the ability to inject a doll with something? And why would you make a doll that cries after being
It's just so wrong.
Injected by its owner? Yes, it does technically replicate what we sometimes have to endure when we're injected with something at the doctor, but this is a children's toy, and not everything has to be accurate to real life. Equally as important,
Does it need law? Shoving it. It's not even a little needle, is it? What child is not going to be traumatized with this? Fucking hell.
is having an extra thing like an injector means that the child now has something that they can hurt themselves with. They might not even know how to use it, and that could cause a whole lot of problem. While realism and replicating things they'll see can be
A fucking big hole in his arm. I've heard myself punching me out now.
a worthy reasoning to make a toy, that doesn't mean that you should always do it, especially if this
Jump for the dolls are junkie.
is the result. Number 15. Oreo Barbie. Well, we can very easily see what the problem with this Barbie is, because I've already shown you, Barbie is not immune to having really bad ideas placed upon her, and this is absolutely one of those. Now, I will admit, this was not a recent issue, it's actually one from over 25 years ago. Oreo Barbie would be released in 1997, and at that time, Mattel was busy making deals with Nabisco in order to create a fun-loving Barbie who loved to eat Oreo cookies.
No, what's going with the problem with Oreos? Iris, Iona, what's going to be the problem now? Are they going to assume she's going to eat all these Oreos and it's going to make her fat? I don't know. Tempting kids to eat biscuits all the time. What road are we going down now with this barber? It's got to be better than the smacked up baby, don't it?
With her friends. She dressed in Oreo colors, which were blue and white, and even carried an Oreo purse, presumably full of cookies. Mattel would release a white Oreo Barbie first,
That doll didn't look like it.
who, for obvious reasons, debuted without any problems. But when the black Oreo Barbie was released, it caused quite the stir, especially in America with the African American community. Why would that happen? Well, that's because while Oreo is the name for a delicious snack that most people can eat and enjoy, for the African American community, it means quite something different. Oreo is actually a derogatory term hurled at black people who are accused of acting white. Like an Oreo, they're supposedly black on the outside and white on the inside.
Ah, right, I get it. No, well, yeah. If it's a racist thing, obviously, yeah. But I didn't know that. I've learned something new every day. Hey, Floyd. Hi, Hannah.
Inside, you can think of it as a 20th century version of calling someone an Uncle Tom. So yeah, that was a big faux pas, but there's a small bright spot in all of it. When Mattel realized what they had done, which most agree was inadvertent, they then immediately recalled all of the Oreo Barbies, and now it's viewed as a collector's item because there are so few remaining in the world. The real moral of the
Well, I get that one because obviously there's something racist behind it. They've not obviously thought it. Whoever's done it has not obviously realised that the Oreo thingy of the. But I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have, because I didn't know that.
The story here is that if you're doing business and want to plug a product, make sure that you call it something that many would not see as offensive.
Stop being fucking racist. Who makes it what makes them Mattel being racist?
Number 14. The Super Soaker Oozinator. For many of you out there, the Super Soaker was not only a toy, it was a key part of your childhood and self-defense. These at one time dominated.
We weren't allowed anything like that. We was allowed the balloons, the water balloons. We was allowed a few of them, but we weren't allowed, because you can imagine three girls with these. Three, not as we was though. The ice would have been piss wet through. We wouldn't have gone outside, but it just done it in ice. So things like this. We weren't. I mean, it's like I'm talking like 14, 15-ish, I think. Because we'd have just... My dad used to piss about with us all the time. It was my mum that was the... No, you're not having none of them. Because what my dad used to do was like fill bath up. He did it to her doll once. He filled bath up. She was got ready for court. He said you didn't bath me, you don't want you. Threw her in bath and only dressed. He used to daft shit to us all the time. He got him on the sellotape. Do you know that Jim Carrey wear that sellotape around his face? He did that. He did that to everything. No wonder we're wearing clothes like, honestly. He used to do some stupid shit, my dad. Oh.
The market because there were few things that a young child loved to do more on a hot day than to get their Super Soaker out and cool off while having fun blasting one another. It also helps that there was such a wide variety of these Super Soakers that you could have all sorts of unique battles depending on what you had in your arsenal. However, as you would
didn't get one of them Nerf guns get banned not long ago though because it was too powerful. And they were taking kids' eyes out and everything.
expect, not every idea that came out of the Super Soaker camp was a surefire winner. In this case, I'm speaking of the Super Soaker Oozinator. If you're curious, the big difference between the Oozinator and the regular Super Soaker was what was shot out of it. Instead of firing water at your foes, it would squirt out a white gooey substance at you. That is not exactly the best visual, and if you've seen the commercial for it, they clearly don't realize the situation that they created for themselves. Now, I will give the Super Soaker some credit. They framed it as though you were being oozed by an alien based on the Soaker's design. But when you really think about it, they should have seen what this would actually look like. Plus, ooze definitely is not something that you can easily get out of clothing.
Oh, so now they try to make out that this looks like Harry Monk or something coming out. They go, when it's basically slime.
And your hair, so an A for effort, but a D for execution. Number 13. The Face Bank. One of the things that you're supposed to teach your children
What could possibly be wrong with this? Look at his face. Oh God. The face bank.
at a young age is the art of saving your money and finances. Naturally, children don't have a whole lot of money when they're under the age of 5.
Is this his teaching? Right, we've learned the children how to inject themselves. Now let's teach them to eat money. Fucking killing all kids off.
Or when they're even a little older. But the point that I'm trying to make is that the piggy bank is one of the most important things that you can get a young child, and it's easy to inspire them to use it. But naturally, many have come forward with ideas on how to make the piggy bank more fun.
I like them where it's a little dog or something, it pops its head out and pulls its paw, and it does that. Or a paw comes out a box. I think what something to do with an animal, and its paw drags in him.
Fun for kids.
A lot,
Usually
a lot better than this fucking face.
it means something like a nice visual or
Connor, you'd be all right with these. You'd be you'd be backlogging that ambulance, wouldn't you? Kids with these.
even an interactive element to it. Sadly, though, that's where the not one but two versions of the face bank come into play. As the name would suggest, this is a piggy bank that's shaped like a face. That's it. That's the look of the bank. It's a face. But the creepy part is that the face moves as you give it a coin. If you look at it, it takes the coin as if it's eating it, and you'll notice how it's watching you with those beady little eyes that just makes you wonder what it's thinking. I'm getting creeped out.
Fucking sad. Sad-eyeing you for money and everything. Imagine I sat there, it's like that. Where's my money, bitch?
Buy it if you can't tell. And the fact that they made two different versions of the thing, I mean, why? Why would you do that? What do you have against children that would lead you to make such a creepy kind of piggy bank? Parents, if you're watching this and you need to get your children a piggy bank, just go the basic route and tell them to take care of it. I promise you, it's going to work. Number 12. Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids.
Oh, I used to love Cabbage Patch Kids. I always wanted a Cabbage Patch Kid. You used to get a certificate, didn't you, for them?
Cabbage Patch Kids are easily one of the most iconic children's toys of all time. Their simple yet cute design endeared them to parents and children all over the world, and they were also a bestseller for quite a while. However, as you may have guessed, not everything that they did was a winner. Specifically, we'll rewind back to 1996 when the newest Cabbage Patch doll came out for Christmas. It was known as the Snack Time Kid doll and was designed to eat certain plastic foods that the child would give it, which in and of itself is not really that big of an issue, right? It's even kind of adorable when you think about the kid feeding the doll.
Keely, did you have a Cabbage Patch doll, love? I didn't get one. I did want one, but I didn't get. I think it was a bit expensive when I was little.
But here's the problem. The doll came with a motorized mouth and it didn't have an off switch. As such, young girls were playing with the doll and they would sometimes stick their fingers into the moving mouth and get bit.
Oh, God. Jumper, did you want one? Did you want one of these? The gob never stops. Like me, isn't it? The gob never stops.
Or even worse, their hair would somehow get caught in the mouth and get stuck, leaving the doll literally clinging to the young child and effectively eating its...
Okay. Cabbage Patch dolls hanging off your... Oh, God.
head. Mattel claimed that they could not replicate this and that the doll went through rigorous testing to make sure that it was safe, but clearly they did not go far enough as there were actually multiple incidents within just the first few...
Hey, Dick. You alright, love? We're just looking at these fucking freaky Cabbage Patch dolls that just don't stop eating.
few days of its release. The only way for the parents to stop the mouth from moving was to remove the batteries that were in the doll's back. So yes, they clearly did not do enough to childproof this doll. But then again, you never know what a child's going to do outside of a testing laboratory once they get a toy. Number 8.
Yeah, I'd have done that. I'd have stopped my finger in it, but that would have been first thing. I want to bother with food. Finger straight in the gob. That's what I'd have done. Curiosity in it. How's this working? Put your finger in it.
11. Magic Monkey.
Magic Monkey's been on the magic mushrooms.
Do you remember Toy Story 3? Because if you do, then you'll know exactly what toy I'm about to talk about. In the children's playrooms, there were toys that were desperately trying to get out because the kids were too rough with them as they played, but they never made it because of a monkey that watched over the room and alerted the good toys if someone was trying to escape. That monkey was the Magic Monkey, and yes, it is a real thing. And it's also the toxic fuel for all of your nightmares. Seriously, who in the world thought that this was a good idea? This is the stuff that...
Pig... Is RP still here? See if you can find one of these on eBay for me.
It haunts children for all of their lives, and it clearly affected the team at Pixar as they were willing to put this monstrosity into their film as a villain.
Your eyes pop out his head. Oh, that's been with that doll injecting, hasn't it?
Nothing about the monkey is right, and it's a hard design to get right when you're trying to make a good toy. You just need to make a cute monkey that can play the cymbals when you activate it. And yet, they went for the most creepy thing possible that eventually became a meme that we can't get out of our heads because it simply feels too accurate. Number 10. Baby Laugh-A-Lot. When it comes to making dolls,
this is gonna be creepy as shit, innit? This is going to scare me. This one. I'm such a chicken.
a very easy thing for toy makers to do is to make one.
Look at its face. Oh my god.
One that can replicate a certain thing or to say a certain
And that looks like he's going to bite the nose, isn't it? He can spank the monkey.
thing in order to make a child feel at ease. But with Baby Laugh-A-Lot, they did not exactly do that in the right way. Making a doll that laughs,
Making the child feel at ease. Really?
well, that is totally reasonable, completely understandable, and it could work really well. However, if you watch the infinitely creepy commercial, you're going to listen to how the doll laughs, and your life will never be the same. It is the laughter that the devil might make. No, really, I'm sure that laugh is something that you may hear as you descend into the underworld. This is the kind of laughter that makes people actually fear dolls, so yes, we want no part of this doll, and I hope that nothing like this
Look at its face. It's the guy's fucking cheeks are ass off here. Oh god.
ever gets made again. That commercial is really creepy from basically start to finish. I mean, what the heck were they even thinking? Number 9. The Jibba Jabber. The next one was banned for an entirely legitimate reason.
Now this is just going around whacking people with it, wouldn't you?
And we really want to know who thought that it was a good idea. To put it simply, the Jibba Jabber was a toy that was meant to be played with by shaking it. It doesn't sound so bad at first, except that the way you shook it was by violently shaking its neck back and forth like the thing owed you money.
I can owed you money. Give me my money back so I can put it in my face bank.
It's not exactly the playful experience that you would want your kids to interact with, and things would only get more weird when the toy maker labeled the thing as a stress reliever and even put a label on it stating why you shouldn't do this act with your babies. That's right, people realized that the toy was basically a substitute for shaking babies, which can be fatal, and they threw a fit about it, and rightfully so. Number 8. Breast Milk Baby.
Where's this one go? Breast milk, baby.
Yeah, you probably thought I was.
Again, teaching, but do they need it as a doll? Imagine this poor child whose parents got all the bad shit, yeah.
I was done with the weird things that some of these dolls can do, but you would be wrong. Back when Bill O'Reilly was part of Fox News, he would come across a doll that was so disturbing in his mind that he had to rant about it on the air. The doll in question was the Breast Milk Baby. If you're getting a picture of a doll that mimics the act of breastfeeding, well, you would be right. That's exactly what it was. It would make a sucking sound when put against certain parts of
I'm not even commenting on this.
of a young girl that was holding it. Bill O'Reilly didn't exactly like that, and neither did a lot of other parents. In their minds, it was wrong that a child would want to know about breastfeeding or even want to do it with their baby. Whether you agree with this is irrelevant because the doll would be pulled from the shelves and they couldn't find a way to get it back on. Number 7. Skinny Bones. For this next toy, we go retro
What have we got here?
to the 1970s, where as many people have said, someone must have been really high to make a toy like this.
Hello, Jolly Chimp. Everybody's everybody's been smacked up. Who's been making these toys, haven't they? They've got to have been on something.
This. The Skinny Bones was a toy that kids literally would put together themselves in order to make a life-size toy that was basically nothing but appendages and bones. This is the bare minimum that you could do to say that you've made a doll toy. I mean, what in the world? It's not really
Tell me who's just done. Who's just changed? I haven't seen I Jolly Chimp. Who's just done that now? Who are you? You've just changed your name. Just changed your name and put that picture on there. I'm scanning now. You've gone for that chimp, haven't you?
difficult to see why this is nightmare fuel to some, and it's just a lazy design overall. I mean, did someone have some fun with some sticks one day and say, "Oh, I bet I can make a toy out of this"? Well, they did, and it lives on in painful memories as a result. Number 6. Play-Doh
Is that a minute, Keela?
extruder.
What the What's this? Is this what you was on about, the Play-Doh Fee?
Now you may be thinking, how in the world could a person possibly screw up Play-Doh? I mean, it's Play-Doh, and to be perfectly clear, the Play-Doh itself is fine. Hasbro did not screw that up. I'm just a regular toy. Hello, Miss. Oh, is it Mr. S? It is Mr. S, and I've just been told here. Effie's disowning Play-Doh. If it comes like this, I think I might invest in some Play-Doh. Me and Chumba want some. Don't we want some Play-Doh now, Chumba? If this is how it's being packaged now, I would quite easily accept some Play-Doh. In any kind of way. However, when it came to some of the accessories that you could get and use with the Play-Doh, you have one issue with a certain extruder. To put it simply, it was a device as part of a Cake Mountain playset and was meant to help you dish out the icing in order to decorate the cake, which on the surface level probably sounds great to many. But if you take a look at the extruder, you can tell me what you think you see. If you're like several parents, you see a certain reproductive organ, and they were not too happy.
Yeah, but that's in an adult's mind. That is in an adult's mind, isn't it? That's how we're looking at it. In a kid's mind, they're not going to say, "Mum, that looks like a penis," are they? You're taking the what's the what's the word? The innocence, taking the innocence away from kids thinking that that's how their mind will work, because it won't. It won't work.
With that at all. And when that's the complaint that people are giving, you just have to wonder who designed it and how it was approved without someone saying, "Hey, doesn't that look like a..." Number 5. Pole dancer doll.
Ball dancer. It's a job, isn't it? It's Maddie'd love this. stripper doll. Because I've told you before, when she grows up, she's been a basketball player, get loads of money, and then she's going to be a stripper.
Do I really have to explain why this particular toy was banned? I mean, seriously, it's called the pole dance doll, and it does exactly what you think that it does. It's a young doll that swings around on a pole. There's very little leeway that you could give something like this, and yet they went full tilt with it. As you may imagine, when parents saw this toy advertised online, they were not at all happy in the slightest, because this is a children's toy.
I used to be able to do that upside down. I did. I used to be able to. I didn't actually do pole dancing. I missed to say. I did it. It was an exercise class, but we did pole dancing. Pole exercise it was. Yeah, so I used to be able to do that upside down thing and that.
That is depicting a very adult profession, and yet the children would not know.
I tell you what, it's good. I really enjoyed it. I did, because it was something different, and it weren't like he was exercising. It was like having a good laugh with your mates as well. But you need proper good core for it.
know that because all they'll see is a dancing doll. Now yes, there are ways to do pole dancing to be more about exercise, and it can be a cool thing, but that's not the image that people first think about with this toy, so you can understand why it was banned in the first place. Number 4. Little Miss No Name. Without a doubt, one of the things that drives toy makers is the seasons of the year. They will often try to make...
Come on, what could possibly be wrong with this doll? Little Miss No Name. It looks very sad. Yeah, I think the pole dancing doll was probably for adults to have on the desk at work or somewhere. Just a piss tech, really, innit?
Make a doll or a toy that is perfect for that season so that children and parents will get it when it's in fashion and then maybe get it again the following year. Halloween is not really a season that you necessarily associate with dolls, but make no mistake, there are always Halloween-themed toys during the month of October, and some of them come out looking like Little Miss No Name. Yes, it is a real doll that was actually advertised for children, and it looks like a young homeless girl who is about to die at any moment. Someone, though, thought that it was a good idea.
It's like Chucky, though. One of granddaughters. How old would she have been then? 5. So what she wanted for Christmas, the Chucky doll. No, but not the actual where it leaks. The one where it turns nasty and it's got the scars down its face and the plastic knife and that. She absolutely loved it.
And they were very wrong about that, and people were very creeped out in the end. Number 3.
Miss Joel didn't have any tail. She's going, cold turkey. It's not been with her mates. Not been smacking a bitch up with her mates, has it?
3. Growing Up Skipper. Now, here's another Barbie failure, but there is a twist in this one that it was not actually Barbie who failed her, but her little sister Skipper. Skipper was a big addition to the Barbie family.
Oh, I remember Skipper, yeah. I remember this, no.
Family back in 1964, but just a decade later, the people at Mattel
I've missed all of you lot, Chuffy, you made me laugh.
felt that it was the right time to make Skipper grow up. Why? Nobody has any idea, but the idea that they came up with to showcase Skipper's new age was something else altogether. The Growing Up Skipper doll worked as follows. When you bought it, Skipper would be in her child form, but then when you rotated her arms to age her up,
Now I didn't know it did this. I didn't know this about Skipper.
she got taller and then got a bigger chest. I wonder how suggestive that is. But yeah, fans were outraged at what their children could do with the doll, and so they stopped making it, but others did not, which included having one in 2007 that was equally as bad, if not even worse. Number 2. Avenging Unicorn / Narwhal. Now, I will admit that this was a toy that technically was not for children.
So we've got a unicorn, right? We've got a unicorn. Yeah, he twisted its arms around and its boobs come out. It grew as well. This is a unicorn that's going around stabbing everybody with its arm.
But you can see why some people were not happy with the toy being made at all. The Avenging Unicorn Narwhal toys were ones that would let you partake in the fun of having a unicorn or a narwhal and then letting you impale people with their horns. Yeah, really, that's what these toys were made for. They were for impaling people and displaying their kill proudly for everyone to see. What's wrong with people in this world? I mean, that would really take too long to answer, so we will simply move on. Number 1. You can
Oh, good luck with that, Mr. C. But man, hate having the Jim Bob especially. I know they just don't like having the gland scores. I think it's just uncomfortable, but fingers crossed. He's only had it done. He's only had to go twice, and he's been all right. But after he's had it done, it must be such a relief because it bites and bites everywhere. Yeah, it's not nice having the stinks of fish. Yeah, that horrible smell, isn't it?
Shave the baby. Wow.
Shave the baby.
I mean, just wow. I didn't even know what to expect from the final entry, but a doll that allows you to shave it in some rather creepy way.
So they're going to do this, and I know obviously you move razors out the bathroom and that, but I remember I had Aaron, my cousin, when he he gave me that today. She'd gone upstairs and Uncle Phil had left his razor out by accident, and when she went up, it shaved chunks out his hair. So why? It's when they start cutting her with scissors and everything like that.
That's definitely a choice, but it does get better. The person who made this doll was apparently trying to do a social commentary
His face.
but a doll that allows you to shave it in some rather creepy way, that's definitely a choice. But it does get better.
Look at it. Jumping into toilet break. What's that? Look at it. Don't you shave me.
The person who made this doll was apparently trying to do a social commentary on matters of the world, which is not the worst thing in the world, but did you really have to do it with a children's toy? Also, just imagine the mess that parents would have to deal with from the kids shaving this doll all over. It ends up being a creepy and weird doll, and it's one that no children should ever have to play with. And that's all from the realm of toys that were so weird.
Does the hair grow? It must be able to. I get more. You can't just shave it once and then that's it. You must have hair inside what you can pull out and then shave it again.
Weird, gross, creepy, and so on, that they ended up being banned? Were you shocked by some of these that were actually made for children? And which ones do you actually...
I was shocked by all of them. Why could they... They're just shocking. That laughing one's that's just creepy, isn't it? No, I don't mean it. I don't mean an infinite, everlasting RIP. I mean, you can't just shave it once and then that's it. You must be able to shave it a good few times. Pull the hair. Look, I was just looking at the. Like, because if you look, yeah, I'm assuming once you've cut it off, see there's like stubble there that you could pull it back through. He's got it looks like it's. Hey, Trish, I didn't know you was. I didn't know you got checked, and couldn't see nothing. I checked in our rooms and I couldn't see nothing, so I thought, oh, I'll jump because I know you normally go on about 12, half 12, don't you? And then I'd set it for 2:30 and then went doing my jobs and then come in and I didn't realise that you'd gone live. So I'm sorry, I've said sorry at the beginning. If you watch beginning, Trish, I said sorry at the beginning. I've run out to my diamond art, Trish. That's what it is. I'm obsessed with my diamond art. So this, yeah, I'm assuming once you've cut it, you can pull it out. That's what I was saying, Pete. Not that it. Can't expect it lasts forever. I'm going. What else did we see? That squirter weren't that bad. This was worst.
You make a doll that cries after being injected by its owner. Yes, it does technically replicate what we sometimes have to endure when we're injected with something at the doctor, but this is a children's toy, and not everything has to be accurate to real life. Equally as important is having an extra thing like an injector, means that the child now has something that they can hurt themselves with. They might not even know how to use it, and that could cause a whole lot of problem. While realism and replicating things they'll see can be a worthy reason.
Just that was what I think. That's what I think. That out of all of them, injecting it and then it crying. That's just it's just wrong on so many levels, isn't it? Yeah, wrong on so many levels. How many views is that? 963,000 views. Said that. Oh, I enjoyed that actually. That was fun. That was funny. Uh, oh, you there, Trisha? You still on? Right, guys. I'm coming off now, Trish. I'll come and jump in. Are you still? It still says live here. I should banging these numbers out, Trish. With this, I'm not. I'll admit, I haven't got a clue what's going on with it. But these women on this panel, what Trish is doing, the fucking, the feral. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it. Like I say, even though I don't know the background of it all or anything like that, but some of the stuff what they come out with, they just. One comment that sticks in my head is, and about putting razor blades in somebody's cereal. Honestly, they are bad. They're bad. They're feral. They're feral. I'll just stick that in there. When yeah, don't have nightmares. Don't have nightmares, guys. Oh, you done it, Keela? Oh, thanks, love. Right, I'm gonna go, guys. I've had fun. I've found something else what we can laugh at. Like I said, I think that was what's that there? Flop a lot, Kevin. Oh, I don't know what Kevin's been. I don't know what anybody's been up to lately. I've not been keeping. All I know is it's been back on Twitch. That's all I know. Doing Lego. That's about it. And that's only because I've been told, but I've not been keeping up to date. I've not been keeping up to date with. I've not been keeping up to date with anything because I've been ill. See, really bad ill though, really bad. Right, thanks guys. Much love to y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye guys.